We said in our latest video that this kind of feels like the end of a chapter in the story of our lives. And we just want to say thank you to everyone who supported us along the way.
So we now have yet another sibling, or the husband of one of Ruby Franke's siblings, who has come out and basically said that, you know, Ellie from Ellie and Jared is not going to be participating in the vlogs or be on YouTube at this current time. I don't know whether that means that she's going to be carrying on or not. I only talk about this because there has been a noticeable trend within how the siblings are all reacting to this news. We have people such as Bonnie, who is kind of doing her own thing. I believe she's the only real sibling that is trying to carry on. Now, whether or not that is carrying on as normal, or it's trying to hide the fact that things are not quite as normal, but just wanting to still get that paycheck in, as this was her job. You know, you have her doing that, and then you have people like Julie, and you have Ellie and Jared, who aren't really carrying on as normal, if at all.
I am not going to be a news update. I will not update you on news.
Now, whatever your feelings are on this being the case, I do think that whatever the case may be, I think it is for the best interest in everyone involved not to bring your children into this mess, not to show your children, and to keep them out of this, because like I've already said in previous videos, the moment you Google the Franke family, Ruby Franke, 8 passengers, anything like that, this is what comes up. And unfortunately, her siblings are also going to be coming up, and then you have the siblings and all of their kids, and I just think that they should be kept as far away from this mess as possible. And I see that some of the siblings have done just that.
Everyone, you know, even with all of this time, I'm still not exactly sure what to say to express the thoughts and feelings that I have. The past month has been shocking and heart-wrenching for our whole family. And our whole family is our number one priority and focus right now. We love them so much, and we will continue to do whatever we can to support them. One of the ways that we can do that is by respecting the ongoing legal process. We won't be talking about it. We won't be discussing it. As for me and Ellie, we felt that sharing the story to start a family was so important and special to us. We said in our latest video that this kind of feels like the end of a chapter in the story of our lives. And we just want to say thank you to everyone who supported us along the way. With everything that's going on right now, Ellie has decided to continue to take a break from social media, but I would love to be here to chat with you and share with you things that are uplifting and bring happiness. But for now, thank you for being a part of our lives.
So I interpret this as basically Jared saying that he's going to carry on so that they can make money, and Ellie is going to disappear temporarily. And I can imagine they're probably wanting to do this for 2 reasons. One of which, it's basically a social media shitstorm around here at the moment. And a lot of people are looking to point blame at family. Why haven't, and I do understand that the comments are going to be saying all sorts of things. Maybe she doesn't want to deal with it. And then the other side of it is going to be a lot to do with, it's going to be a terribly shocking and horrible experience that she's going to be put through with her own sister, etc., etc. And of course, the main issue here with their niece and nephews, it's going to be an extremely shocking thing to learn, etc., etc. And there are a lot of people who are really gunning for family vloggers out here right now. I really hope what Jared is saying is he's just going to be doing stuff for him, his motivational, whatever's going on over there. He doesn't really seem like he's that interested in it, and I really do think it's because they need that money they'll need a form of income. And I just hope that they're not going to be resorting to vlogging their children, because like I say, I don't think kids should be shown like that anyway online. However, especially not right now, it's not safe out there on the internet right now. You do not want to have your kids entangled in all of this. But I won't be lying to you guys right now, I just get the feeling that the way that he's talking and his body language, he doesn't seem like he even really wants to carry on filming. I mean, I wouldn't want to carry on filming, but I suppose they have no other choice. Otherwise, they'd have to get normal jobs. Do they have normal jobs? Is this their full-time job? I think it is, if I remember rightly. But do you see what I mean? It's either you get a new job and it's not going to be YouTubing, or you just carry on, like put your head down and try and post motivational things. But that's just like the last thing you're going to want to do. I don't know. His body language just doesn't seem like he wants to do it.
Shari Franke was formally booked in Spanish Fork on Friday afternoon. She's being held on what's called a courtesy hold for an upcoming juvenile court hearing set for tomorrow.
So a child welfare / kind of custody hearing is going to be going on tomorrow, but because that portion of the case has been sealed to the general public, we're not going to know the verdict and we're not going to know what's going to be happening. And I've already said this, but I think that's a really good idea, just to protect what's going to be happening with the kids from now on. And of course, the family are not going to be able to discuss it. But I bring this up because Shari Franke wrote a very, very, very lovely little Instagram bio, little Instagram description. And I think whenever Shari has come on, whatever she says, and I've heard her speak on podcasts before, she just seems like she's really got her head screwed on. And I don't mean this to sound patronising. I'm pretty sure she's a little bit younger than me. But I wish I had my head screwed on that much at that age. You know what I mean? Like everything she said about what's been going on has been very well thought out. And, you know, down from pretty much one of the very first posts that she made, she was basically saying that, you know, she was happy that this day has come, that, you know, that her mother's been taken away. And then she then came on and was asking us all for evidence, saying, does anyone know, can people please put all the information they have into a Dropbox? You know, I need the internet to help me. You know, and she has been extremely grateful and has shown a lot of gratitude to just people online. And been really, really receptive to it. You know, you don't often see people kind of reach out to the internet in this sort of way. So it was a bit of a shock at first, but she honestly didn't know about, you know, things that had gone on. She didn't even really know about what they were talking about on the connections because she was asking for the information. But she did post this, and a day ahead of the custody child welfare hearing tomorrow. There's literally not even words to describe how upside down my life has become. I've cried, had an infinite number of panic attacks, had way too much ice cream, and yet life goes on. Therapy has literally saved me, but God has too. My life is somehow becoming more beautiful and fulfilling, despite all the terrible things going on. I've tried to live my life to the fullest the last few weeks, even though all I want to do is hide away in my apartment. I do have my days. Tomorrow is another big court day, and I'd appreciate your prayers and thoughts for my family and myself. Words can't express the gratitude I feel for you all, and I feel your love. And I just think I just think it's lovely. I really do. You know, to be so headstrong during a time like this. I've always been a massive Sheri supporter. I've always been a big fan of hers, literally ever since I heard her on that podcast, Into the Light. Was it Touch the Light podcast? And that was earlier, like way earlier on this year, before all of this started happening. You know, it will take quite a lot for you to go against your own parents like this, and not to mention the fact that she's having to put on a very brave face for her younger siblings as well. You know, she had to take in 2 of them temporarily, and you know, I hope that it goes in her favor. I really, really do. I also think that the way that she's kind of thanking everyone, or I'm assuming when she's saying, you know, thank you, a lot of gratitude to you all. She's talking about the people on the internet. She's talking about the people that have been helping her out, the people that have been supporting her, you know, and in a really slightly messed up roundabout way, it must be quite satisfying through all of the years of, you know, if you are one of those people that has kept tabs on Mums of Truth connections and you do have the footage and, you know, you've had your concerns, to finally be able to, you know, have Sheri, for instance, reach out and be like, I need information, I need to know, you know, that's quite a satisfying thing to actually see all of your fears that you had towards certain creators, to see that something's actually being done about it, which in a roundabout way, it would be quite satisfying. Anyway, this video has been so short. This is probably one of the shortest 8-passenger, or actually videos I've done lately, I'm pretty sure. But that's all I really wanted to say. It's just an update from different family members. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day wherever you are in this world. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and I'll catch up with you guys in the next video.